Hi. No, wait. I know what you're thinking. How did the Elmira Theatre Company get Ryan Reynolds to make a video? Well, I hate to break it to you, I'm not Ryan Reynolds. But a lot of people have made that mistake. I mean, at least, well, nobody to date, but I think that day's coming. I'm feeling good about that. No, my name's Michael Grant, and I'm an Elmira resident and playwright, and member of the Elmira Theatre Company, where I've directed and acted and worked backstage and all sorts of stuff. And I've been asked to make this little video to tell you about some of the stuff that maybe happened backstage and some interesting fun facts about one of the productions I was involved in. Well, I've picked to talk to you today about probably my favorite experience with the Elmira Theatre Company, and that was a play I wrote and directed called Shorthanded. The funny thing about Shorthanded was it won an award before it even premiered. It was given a very prestigious national award for Best New Comedy. So that was added pressure to put on us to do a good show. So we actually started the process a couple months earlier than normal. We also had to figure out how to put on hockey equipment on stage while remembering our lines. So we started rehearsing, but we couldn't rehearse at the theater because there's a show going on. So we rehearsed at a church. And Shorthanded has got some adult language in it. Now, I was director, so I didn't speak any of those words in the church. So I think I'll be all right. As for the 8 actors, time will tell. But anyway, from there, we moved to the theater, and one of the funny things about Shorthanded is there's a lot of monologues. A lot of long speeches. And that's on purpose. Because not only in a hockey environment is the coach give those pep talks and rally the troops, but also because in my previous plays that I had written, our friend and the lead of the play, Hole, was played by Joe Brenner, and Joe had made a point of good-natured ribbing me about the length of the monologues I wrote. So when I sat down to write Shorthanded, I had Joe in mind for that role, and I thought, you thought those were long, Joe? Watch this. They were long. And luckily, Joe has not only done the role in Elmira, but he also played it again last year in Elmira, which was great to see, and I got to actually join him on stage. But probably the best part of doing Shorthanded was the fact that we'd never done the play before. Nobody had done the play before. So we had no point of reference. We had the characters on the page. And it was up to us to develop these characters. And boy, what a cast, and did they ever develop them. I sat back and let them develop what they thought was the character. And perfect examples. One rehearsal, early on, Joe Brenner started bringing in Montreal Canadian paraphernalia, because he's a Habs fan. I think he bumped his head as a child. And then all of a sudden, Andy, who played Suds, realized what he was doing, and Andy, good boy, was raised properly, good Leaf fan. He started bringing in Maple Leaf paraphernalia and putting it around where he sat on the stage. So by the time we hit the actual production and it opened to the audience, during the show, you would actually see Joe Brenner build this huge shrine to the Habs. And Andy, and I'm not even going to attempt Andy's last name, Andy Wash, you'll know who he is, built this huge Toronto Maple Leaf shrine. And it was all organic. It was all stuff that these guys brought to the table. And that's what made the show so special, because every actor brought something special. Another perfect example would be Bill Calder played Dewey. He was the last guy to join the cast. And boy, what a presence he was. He would drive, I believe, from Stratford, and during his drive to rehearsal, get himself into character. So when he hit that stage for rehearsal, he was Dewey the Stoner. And then on the drive home, he would go back to being himself. But what a pleasure to work with. He brought everything to the table. Even his entrance, his first entrance, he would smash into that stage. He would smash in so hard, we actually had to reinforce the flats, the walls, because he was going to go through them, because he came in and body checked that thing. And the moment he hit that, it just exploded onto the stage, and he took the energy of the show through the roof. It was incredible to watch. And you know, it's a great experience when it was a bittersweet end. And the one thing I'll carry with me for the rest of my days was, after everything was cleaned up and all the costumes were put away and all the set was torn down and stuff returned. I found myself sitting in the green room, standing actually in the green room. And Bill Calder walked in and picked something up off his booth where he was working on, did his makeup and that. And he turned and he looked at me, and we both looked at the floor, and all he could say was, "Well, thanks. It was a great ride."